but I think the impact of adding the power and the efforts of the diaspora to that effort will blow things completely.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely.
100%.
Yeah. Um, I said I was conscious of time. I hope you're not conscious of time because I've got something else I want to add.
Go for it, man. Go for it. You know.
So,
Yeah.
so one thing that I think is important in the development of the homeland is the way we do business. Okay. And I'll just use where I come from, for example, Nigeria. And anyone that's Nigerian will have heard of something called the Nigerian way. Okay. Is the justification of the just give me something,
Right, okay.
the bad money, things like that.
Yeah.
And it goes more, it goes beyond just, collecting bribes. It's also affecting the quality of work as well,
Mm,
quality of customer service, things like that.
mm,
Um, and the Nigeria way is basically another word for corruption, basically.
mm,
And what I feel is that just touching on what you said about, both sides working together,
mm.
um, a lot of that so-called Nigerian way will be eradicated bit by bit, and it needs to be, so that doing business can become easier in the homeland, because everybody wants to invest back home, but they're just frightened and they're wary of things. Okay. But what I'm trying to say to people is that when you are in control of your own projects and your own investment, you decide your code of conduct.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you want to do a contract and you decide that you don't want to give any brown envelopes or pay
Mm,
more than what you should or get a discount through the back door,
right.
then you could do that. You could basically do your business based on them principles, and
Mm,
with the more the diasporans work with people back home, the more their ideas will rub off on each other.
yeah.
Okay, and the more um, doing business will become a lot more better. Not only that, but we also have a lot to learn from people back home as well.
I was literally about to say, yeah.
Yeah, us in the diaspora, we have a lot to learn as well. And I think us speaking with people back home and networking with them, doing business with them,
Mm,
just, living day-to-day life with them, even
mm,
if it's just on the phone, it will humble us a little bit and it will give us more foresight
yeah.
also and let us realize our potential. So
100%.
yeah, I think is us working together is beneficial on so many levels.
And I think
Definitely.
in addition to that is we sometimes forget the idea that there's value in their knowledge, and
Oh
they may, because I've seen it a lot. Like people go and do a project back home with this kind of mentality that, okay, I can fix your problem. I'm from England. Like, and you add that with the mentality back home where they're like, oh, they can fix our problem. They're from England.
yeah.
And I found with me doing the projects in Sierra Leone, that is the worst place to start, and it's often wrong.
Yes.
Like the problems that we have in UK, the solutions to the problems we have in UK sometimes do not even apply when we go
Back
back
home.
home. And so you
No.
can actually do more damage than good. So I'm glad that you actually brought that up in a sense that when you're collaborating on an international project, you have to come in as equals. You got to be
Yes.
open to the idea that both of you are going to learn, both of you are going to have something to teach, and both of you
Yes.
are going to multiply your value as a result.
That's it.
So I'm
Definitely.
happy you pointed that out.
Definitely. Definitely. And if there is a mass migration of us going back home, we have to have built a structure beforehand. We have to
Yeah,
have been in communication and seeing things that are in common with each other
yeah,
and building things in common. Or if we don't do that and there is a mass migration back home, you could end up in a class war. Do you understand?
Mm,
You could end up
mm.
in a class war. God forbid, but we could be seen as the new colonial masters. Because what will happen
Wow.
is diasporans will keep on buying in one particular area to stay
Right.
together, and the property value will keep on going up in that area, pricing out people. And those are the things that cause a rift, you know. So
Right.
if we are gonna build, if we are gonna build the homeland, we have to do it in a wise way, and we have
Mm,
to exchange ideas. It's not just about, you know, just us going into business together. We have to exchange ideas and get to know each other properly
yeah.
over a period of time, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I completely agree with that. And it's interesting that you point that out, that diasporans becoming the new colonial masters is such a powerful statement, but I completely see the risk, especially in terms of mentality. Because, you
Yes.
know, we're currently living in a place called Great Britain, which was
Yeah.
self-proclaimed. And
Yeah.
we run the risk of having that same mentality where we can go and be like, okay, cool, we're going to take this bin,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is effectively what the Europeans did, and
Yeah.
then you know, claim it as ours and not do anything to give back to anything else. I completely understand, man.
Yeah.